Hey y'all, it is Rebecca, aka Glam Rebecca, and in today's video, I figured I would do something a little different. So my dad is now playing a new game called Empyrion, I think is what it's called, but I see it pop up a couple of different ways, so I don't know if he's got like one game or like a DLC for it, because when I search for it, I see like this one and I see two other ones. So I figured I would search for it with you guys watching the recording, and then that way you guys can discover with me which version my dad owns, and maybe he owns all three. And this is my first reaction to it. He kind of stopped playing some of the other games that he was playing. I guess he got bored with them, but you know, my dad game hops a lot, so it is what it is. So let's see what this game is and what he's playing. I'm going to roll my intro really quick, and then we're going to discover this game together. I also have two other games written down. One of them somebody at work was discussing, so I'll do a video on that one. And then another game somebody that I'm friends with has actually been playing, so I do have a list started. So we'll do those separately on other videos. But let me roll the intro, and then we'll jump into this Empyrion game. Or I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm sure the video, when it does, like, when we actually get into watching the videos, I will figure that out. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one first. Okay, so this one says Empyrion Galactic Survival, and it says build and explore a true space sandbox survival adventure construct, mighty capital vessels, sprawling planetary settlements, and vast space stations in your galactic journey to discover the mysteries of Empyrion. It has 101 mixed recent reviews, 27,807 all reviews, and the release date for this was August 5th, 2020. It's from Eleon Game Studios, developer and publisher. It's considered a simulation, co-op, open world survival and craft game. And 5 of my friends own this. So let's see, there's Dad. So my friend Chris owns it. There's Firnaka, which is actually the one that's playing one of the other games that I wanted to review. There's my friend Jack. And it looks like Jason owns this one too. So it also says it is similar to Space Engineers, which is what I was thinking. And then it's similar to Valheim. How the hell is it similar to... I guess because it's a builder game. So let's look. Looks like it is $19.99. You can get the complete edition, which includes this version and the Dark Faction, which I think is the other name I've seen my dad playing, for $26.98. So it's a 10% bundle discount. I'll, of course, leave like these links and stuff in the description box down below for you guys to look at. So I guess let's watch a trailer. There's one there. Okay, there's 2 trailers. So let's click on it. Let me pause it. Let me big size it.
In an infinite galaxy, there are 2 options: survive or die.
He's got a nice voice.
I came here alone, before the others. I harvested the resources I needed.
Okay, that where you're shooting at the ground. Hang on, let me go back. This... If we could do this in Space Engineers, oh my God, game changing. That would be amazing. Instead of having your hand drill and going in the ground to like dig up the earth, and then of course getting stuck in the ground and like trying to figure out how to like get your way back out of the hole that you just dug in the ground trying to get resources. But this does, I mean, of course it's a sandbox builder, so it's all going to look very similar to other stuff. But I do have Space Engineers, and Jason's actually on the mod, not the mod team, but like a moderator kind of thing for Space Engineers. So you know, we play that game sometimes together, and I do play it randomly when I just want to like waste time. So
I harvested the resources I needed.
It looks like cobalt.
To carve out a life, to craft a future. to endure the unknown. journey was long. I explored new frontiers, discovered new planets, and new threats.
You're getting shot at,
But you
dude.
cannot survive alone. So together, we built anew.
Oh, look at all the people.
Our talents are deep. The technology at our disposal evolves, but with expansion comes conflict.
Uh-oh. You shot a bomb.
And the cost of failure is catastrophic. We chose our path.
Step up.
We build together. We fight together. We survive together. The journey was long. The journey continues.
That looks like the Death Star.
Empyrion.
Don't fly to it, man.
Out now for PC on Steam.
Okay, so I'm going to have to call Jason in here in just a minute and ask him. We'll do like a really quick interview with him after we watch the second trailer. So that way I can get his opinion on this game since he does own it. So that'll be something new that I've never done on one of these videos. I mean, actually, I think I kind of asked him on another game for something else, but this will be like a little different. So we'll see if I can get him to come in and do that. So let's watch this trailer real quick, and then I'm gonna stop my recording, run to the other side of the house. That is, if my head lets me, because there is currently, when I'm filming this is November 16th. There is a hurricane, Sarah, that is stomping all over South America and the islands right now. I think it was in Honduras. And it's also running across South Florida. So it's actually been bothering my head the past few days. So every time I go to get up and everything, I lose vision. I can still walk through my house with no vision because I know where all my furniture is. But yeah, I've been having vision problems the past few days due to my migraine. So yay. So let me go ahead and play this one, and then I'll run and grab Jason. And then we'll see what his opinions are on this because, like I said, he is on the moderator team for Space Engineers. And, of course, that he was actually looking to, like, get on their development team at one point. Like, he actually was looking to apply to work for them because he really does enjoy Space Engineers. So, it'll be interesting to get his take on this version of the game. And then if you guys want, I can go ahead and do reactions to the other versions of this game as well, because I'm guessing my dad also has the Dark Faction one. So I'm thinking he has that as well. So let me go ahead and jump into this one. Hello? Oh, okay, like I was like, what happened? If there's like a PvE aspect to it. Okay, so let me stop my recording really quick. I will go run and grab Jason. I mean, I don't even know what he's doing right now, but let me go run and grab him, and then I will be right back, and then we'll ask him some questions and see what I can get answer-wise out of him. I will be right back. Okay, so with this game, I just did the review of the 2 videos.
Okay.
And we haven't gone over the photos yet. But I was looking at the list here, and of course, this is a game that Dad's been playing recently, and I see Chris owns this. Chris.
Yeah.
And then Fear Naka owns it. My friend Jack from Tampa owns it, and you also own this, and it's very reminiscent of Space Engineers. So, have you played Empyrion? Does it tell me how long you've played this? It does not. It just says that you own it. So, what can you tell us about Empyrion? How does it compare to Space Engineers? Because this one cost $20, and I don't remember Space Engineers costing anything. But also, I got Space Engineers so long ago, I don't remember what it cost, if anything.
It's about the same price. I don't like it as much as Space Engineers.
Why?
It's I don't know. That's like if you could see the number of hours in it, I've only put in like maybe 3 or 4 hours, maybe at most.
Okay.
Over maybe a dozen times, because it's just not interesting enough. It has the things going for it is it has more creatures and other stuff going on in the worlds.
I noticed that there was a lot of like alien-looking things and spider bugs and like things running on the map. Now,
but the building and
that looks similar to Space Engineers.
And salvaging just seems like it takes a lot longer.
Okay.
And you can do a lot less with it. It seems like you'll spend a good chunk of time just tearing down a building just to be able to build like a wheel, and it's just like you get so little for the amount of effort that it's. I'm not sure if that's exact, but just how it feels. It's just like you'd spend a lot of time trying to gather stuff only for you to make very little progress.
Okay, so another thing I noticed when watching the videos, trouble just showed up. The black child just walked in. Is they were using what looks like a plasma rifle instead of a grinder, or I mean not a grinder, the jackhammer looking thing to harvest ore out of the ground. And then in the ship in space, they were using again what looked like a plasma ray or a plasma gun on the ship to break up like asteroids in order, I'm guessing, to harvest ore.
All right.
So in Space Engineers, you use a mining drill on a ship or something to harvest ore when you're in space or
anywhere. Yeah, you use a drill to harvest. You use a grinder to chop up
down
materials.
So
mechanical stuff.
In the Empyrion, are you using that plasma rifle thing to do both actions, or do you switch between the tools like you would have?
You switch between. I don't remember if you switch between tools, but they use a beam for everything.
So it's the same thing.
It's the same idea, but it's just the beam, gathers or digs holes or.
Sir.
Or.
What are you doing?
Build stuff. Build, grind, and digging are all the same kind of beam. So it doesn't feel. I think there is different modes you got to switch it to do each, but the effect is still kind of a beam that does it. Okay.
Because I was like, oh, well, that would kind of be a little bit more. I was thinking it would be more efficient. Like, that showed in the very first video that they were using it to harvest what looked like cobalt. And I'm like, oh, that would be super efficient to have that in, Space Engineers instead of using the jackhammer looking thing to grind your way down into a hole, to dig your way down into a hole, and then you get down into the hole to actually harvest the material, and then you're stuck down there and you're like, ah, shit, now you got to get your way back out of the hole. And then you're looking to go, okay, I've dug my way down here, and you're going, okay, where's the hole? And you're so far down you can't see light anymore, and then you're trying to figure out where the hole is once you've dug your way down into the hole to get back up, and you're like, well, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so plasma rifle, was it as cool as I thought it was? Well, crap.
It's okay. It's just it's hard for me to put a finger on exactly why I don't enjoy it as much as Space Engineers.
The ship builds and stuff do look very similar. They did show a space station that looked very populated, but their ATM machines, like with Space Engineers, it just kind of fits on the wall, and it's like what we would see in real life with a wall version of an ATM.
Right.
The ATM in the space station was this ginormous kiosk looking thing, and I'm like, holy cow, that's a big ATM.
Yeah, I have no idea because I never got past getting off the planet.
Oh, shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like the 2 or 3 hours I spent just digging up ground, gathering resources,
trying to build your
doing
base
the
stuff.
tutorial. I didn't even get a base. I got as far as repairing a hovercraft, driving around a little, and then it ran out of power, and then I'm like running around trying to figure out materials to gather to recharge it to take over. They have like a little bit of a mission. I don't know if it's a mission, but there's like a
Getting started kind of thing?
yeah, it's a getting started mission I did.
Okay.
And they have you get I don't know if you repair or you build a little hovercraft to just kind of drive around and get the use of vehicles, and then you find a house or something, and you got to repair the power plant to create a fabricator or something.
Okay.
And that's about as far as I got. It was so tedious that it just like I lost interest.
You were
Even
like-
with having to fight monsters and other stuff, it still didn't.
So basically, the shit that took you 4 or 5 hours to do, you could have done it in Space Engineers in like an hour
Yeah.
or less.
Well, yeah, it just
Because you load in and whatever your pod is, and you can basically strip that down to use those parts for other things to build from.
Yeah.
And it comes with a battery and your survival kit and everything else.
Yeah,
So-
it's for some reason it's more engaging in Space Engineers than it is in an Empyrion. Maybe it's
Okay.
because of the beams or what, but it just kind of
Well, Dad's been playing it a lot lately. That's why I was curious about doing the review of it, because I was like, well, I noticed that he stopped playing that Lost whatever. Yeah, we're just...
I'm shrinking.
I can angle the camera.
Okay,
Let's see if I do this.
I know that's good enough.
Yeah, but when I let go of it, it's gonna shift.
Yeah, that's
oh,
good
that
enough.
works. I got your
Yeah.
face in. As long as I don't spin back this way. So,
Okay.
and I see the Black Child's left. So,
Well, if you want, yeah, you probably can just borrow it from me. You can
Borrow
say
and play
because
it?
you see. I think you can see my list of games. So you
I
can just say
can.
borrow,
yeah, because we're on the family show thing.
and I haven't touched it since then. I have people that say they love it, and I just can't
You're like,
get
nope.
myself into it.
Okay, so the other question that I had brought up during doing the review, like watching their minute-long clips,
Yeah.
was, is there a PvE mode? Because on Space Engineers, there is a way where like you can load into a map and just build to your heart's content. You don't have to join a server that has other people on it. And,
Yeah.
like, there's not like faction stuff that you have to worry about. I was curious to know if this game has the ability to just do PvE only, and you don't have to worry about random shit attacking you.
I think it's only PVE. There's no player versus player. You don't play
But
with
there
other
was
people.
like stuff attacking them on all these videos, so that's why I was like, "What?"
No, those are just the monsters that you normally that are wandering around.
No, they were even in like space combats and stuff.
Yeah, that's all NPCs. I mean, it's all
Oh,
NPC stuff.
well, shit. Uh-oh. What are you doing, Bridget? Go lay down.
And
Go lay down, ma'am.
yeah, there's a lot more like enemies and stuff to deal with in Empyrion.
Yeah, that would be a big no-go for me, because like I would not want to be like mining in my little hole over there to get materials to build with that you said takes hours to do, and the next thing I know, I've got some mice trying to gnaw off my leg.
Yeah. Yes, that's what happens. You'll be busy working on stuff, and all of a sudden you get attacked from behind while
You're
you're
like, ah, shit.
yeah. Especially you have some big structure you got to tear down to get enough materials to do something, and suddenly you have you definitely don't notice.
No,
The
because
wild
there were like
animals come up.
spider-looking monster things in some of the clips that I was like,
Yeah.
and I know there's some people that play games that are absolutely terrified of spiders, and that would be hilarious to have a big old spider-looking monster come up.
Oh, you should see the Satisfactory. If you have arachnophobia, because there are spider-looking monsters in there.
Oh gosh, then Craig needs to not play that
There's, but wait, if you have that, there is an option that you can click, say arachnophobia. If you click it, it turns them into little kittens that bounce around.
game. Oh my god, that would be adorable. Now wait, Satisfactory I think was on my list of something that I did want to try.
Yeah,
so
you have it.
do it.
You have a copy of it. I sent you a copy for.
I'll have to look.
Uh,
Did you gift that to me?
yeah, I gifted it to you.
Oh,
back
I'll
when
have
you
to,
were talking about it, and I wound up gifting it to you.
Shit.
Yeah, you have it as a gift. So
Well,
you can
I
try
will
it.
definitely have to check my list of things when
But
I
be
get
careful,
done doing
it is addictive if you like building stuff, because there are monsters.
I do, but like you're better at the building thing, and like you have better vision when it comes to like I was talking about how like when I try to build the ships and stuff, and like as soon as I go to take off, I like do nosedives and stuff, and you're like, no, you need more gyroscopes on it, or you need like better thrusters, and you need more thrusters here and here than here and here. And like remember how every time I build a ship, it goes here, and it's either too ass heavy or too nose heavy, and I like nosedive and don't go anywhere, and then I like crash and burn, and I'm like fuck. So I was talking about how.
Oh, that's
you
just
were-
from
Build-
hours and hours of playing it that I've
No.
learned how to
Yes, build
crash
those.
enough stuff that eventually I'm able to build stuff that.
Doesn't crash and
That
burn?
doesn't crash, yeah.
Yeah, the nose diving thing is a problem for me. But okay, well that gives, anybody that, so this is technically a Steam first impressions, reactions, and mini interview.
Yes. So
So that people can,
I would have to try it again to see if, but I don't know. It just, for some reason, it doesn't catch my attention. I don't know why.
okay.
I would have to try that, Space Engineers, and Spaceship Evo to figure out why
What the difference
each
is.
of them. Yeah.
So if you want to do that, then we could come back and do a full-on interview, like an interview setting with my DSLR, and sit down and discuss what the differences were between the two.
Okay.
And then that way we could,
Because I think there's like 2 or 3 of
and then
them
we could put it
that
up
are
on
like
both
that.
channels, your channel and mine.
Yeah.
And then that way we could do a proper interview.
Okay. But okay.
And then that way, so maybe when he's got time to do that, I will come back and leave a link in the description box when I get that uploaded, and then I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description box, so that if you guys are curious about that, and then we're gonna go ahead and let him go back because he was fixing something on Space Engineers, and we'll get back into my review here in just a minute. We're gonna go over the photos and stuff next, and then we'll go over a couple reviews, and yeah, we're gonna let him go back to his computer at the other end of the house. So we're gonna go ahead and let Jason go.
Okay.
Thank you for answering some
You're
questions because
welcome.
I was curious. Okay, so yes, the hair had to go up. I took the dog outside, and I don't know what's wrong with her. She's stuck up everybody's butt. It's because it's super dark outside, and she thinks that it's time to go to bed. It's not even 8 p.m. So hair looks a little crazy right now because it's in a weird bun. So anyway, so hopefully you guys like the little miniature interview stuck in the middle of here. So this is one of the builds. This is kind of neat looking, but when it showed this individual building on the video, it showed this building shooting at people. This looks like it's a space station of some sort. You've got somebody going in here that's docking. You've got somebody parked here. Unless this looks like a turret. I'm wondering if that's a turret as well. Looks like you've got somebody sitting here. You've got somebody coming in. Got somebody parked here. Got another parking spot here with a number on it. These are super neat looking builds. That's a whole lot of flipping materials. That's a ton of materials. That is a lot. That's cool. They stacked this many though. And it looks like you've got 2 different types of weapons. I guess one is to harvest with, and one is to I don't know, shoot wildlife or monsters or whatever. It says clear Savannah Edge. So there's a map of space, I'm guessing. That's pretty. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty. Another landing pad there and there. I'm guessing these are all landing pads. Really neat. Got little oases and stuff here. Some funky looking trees in the distance. I don't know what the hell those are. Those are weird looking. All space age looking furniture. Driving through an asteroid belt. Or a planetary ring. Brain fart for a moment. That's pretty. Look at how hot pink that is. I wonder what kind of gas it is that causes that to be that color. That's something I should Google. I was going to say, what kind of gas causes a ring around a planet to be hot pink? Actually, I'll leave that for you guys. If you want to Google that and let me know in the comments what gases mix on a planetary ring that causes the ring to be this kind of hot pink. I'm sure there's at least a couple of gases that mix together to cause that coloring. That'd be kind of really neat. Because there's usually a scientific explanation for stuff like that. That's really cool too, with the way the light is filtering down. That's kind of spooky looking. Creepy looking tree. A dinosaur. He's got some fingers. Uh-oh. There's one of them spiders Jason and I were talking about. What? I don't know what this is right here. It almost looks like an angel, but terrifying nonetheless. This looks like a big termite mound. I'd probably shoot that after I shot him. So Jason and I had a conversation after I stopped recording. So what he's going to do is either record the content, edit it, and then put it up on his YouTube channel. He's going to start a new game of this game, and he's going to try and get to space. So that is his mission. He's going to record a video and try and get to space, and then he's going to try and put his finger on why he did not quite like the game. He doesn't remember why he didn't like the game to begin with, but he's going to bite the bullet for you guys and do that. And then once he does play the game again and get to space, we will sit down probably in the living room or something. You know, hopefully by then I've already got the living room packed up. But I will sit down with my big camera. We will do a Q&A kind of thing. I will do a formal interview with him. It'll go up on my channel and his, so that you guys will have a better understanding of the differences between this game and Space Engineers. So if you're curious to see that, like I said, when I get it done and it's uploaded and whatnot, I will leave it down in the description box. And of course, it'll go up on his channel as well. So I will also leave a link to his channel in the description box when that gets done. So hopefully you guys like this. Please leave your thoughts down below. Like I said, there's 5 of my friends that already own this game, which is quite a lot. And you can see I've got 183 hours on Space Engineers. So I've got 110 hours on Valheim. But I don't know why my dad doesn't have Space Engineers. Like Jason said, maybe he doesn't know about it. This dude's got 1,000 hours on this game. Holy crap. Way too lengthy survival builder early game. They would have benefited a lot from having a space start for those players who don't care about the survival aspect. I know space start scenarios exist, but they tend to be small scale. Ironically, No Man's Sky did most things better except building and art direction. That's one of the negative reviews. If you bought No Man's Sky on Temu, well, this one, the one with 1,000 hours, says most of the negative reviews are from people that have less than 5 hours of gameplay. And like Jason said, he played for 5 hours or less, and he just, for whatever reason, there was just something about this game. He just fucking hated it, and he just can't put his finger on why he hated it. This dude's got 17 hours on it. This one's got 211 hours on it. So, I mean, not every negative review has 5 hours. So, to the dude that said that. Anyway, I am Rebecca, or Glam Game Rebecca. This will be going up on both channels when I get it edited. Hopefully you guys like these Steam reactions. This was a game that I kept seeing my dad play, and I'm like, what is that? So I will do a review of the Dark Faction one. I'll write it down and put it on my list to do, so that way I know to do it. And I will see you guys in another video. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. And don't forget, if you find out what my answer is to that question that I had, where's the photo? Where did it go? Which one was it? This one. If you find out what gases combine to create this kind of coloring on a planetary ring, I'll leave those in the comments down below, because I'm curious. I mean, I could look it up, but let's see if any of my science nerds that follow me have the answer, because I'm sure there's a scientific explanation for this. So, anyways, I will see you guys later. Have a fantabulous day or night wherever you are.